guys, welcome back to Melrose Beauty, and today what we're going to be talking about on this channel is nail drill. So we're going to be drilling down to business. I want to show you guys the nail drill that I got. When I go on live every Wednesday on Facebook, a lot of you guys ask about the drill and the LED UV nail lamp that I got. So today we'll be drilling down to business and speaking about the drill. So I ordered my drill from Amazon, and it comes in a box like this. My drill is a nail master drill similar to the JD700 and the Manicure nail drill. And the drill looks like this. With this cord here. So on the drill, it has forward and reverse options over here. It has a place for a foot pedal. It has the place for the drill, foot pedal and then the drill. And then it has hand and foot. So I'm actually going to turn each setting on neutral. And then you have your speed control right here. Okay, so this is the actual drill here. Now I already have a bit already in here, but this is the drill. And what you would do is you would go ahead and plug that into here. And I decided to get the black instead of the purple or the pink, just because it looks a little bit more professional. It also comes with this nice holder here. I like to sit this holder on top of my drill, and I can just pop this baby right in. You get two different drill bit sets. So this right here comes with 6 different drill bits, and it also comes at the top with 6 different sanding bits, 2 in each course. So you have an 80, a 120, and then an 80 grit sanding bit to go on your main drill. So in this is a main drill, 2 regular drill bits here for sanding and drilling purposes. I believe one is a little bit more coarse than the other. You have a cone, a football, and then you have the pointed drilling bit here. And then with my particular drill, I actually got this set here. It's 35 different drill bits to go with your drill. Now, of course, once you get the actual drill, these are really helpful for you to practice, but I do recommend going ahead and investing in some really good drill bits, because I can tell with like the carbide like bits in here, these actually will wear a lot faster than if you got a real quality drill. And I honestly thought that maybe my drill wasn't working to its full potential until I bought a quality drill bit, and then I noticed the difference. It sounds so professional, and it just really made a big difference in, you know, my nail application and my performance. Okay, so not only do the drill come with those 6 sanding bits, it also came with this packaging here. So this is a 180. The higher the number in sanding bits as well as nail files, this rules apply for nail files, the softer, more buffering effect that you'll get on the nail. So this is going to be a little bit more softer because it's 180. That's the highest number that I got. This is going to be a medium course. It's a 120. And I also got a third one. This is going to be an 80. So this is an 80 grit. And this is going to be the coarsest of them all. So 100 come in each of these. I've had this drill since I bought it October 28th. Yeah, so I had it for a couple of months now, and I have not even really broken down in this bag. But I also only practice. So if you're going through clients, it is best to go ahead and throw the sanding bit away once you do a client. So I'm sure you'll go through those, but they're very cheap to replace. Also, I will be doing a video about drilling bits separately, but I just want to show you. The man drill looks like this. And with the sanding bits, you just pop this on. So for anybody who really don't know about drill bits, I want you to know what that bit in there is for and how to use it, right? And why it's important that this particular drill bit does come with sanding options. So outside of all 3 of the sanding bits and the 2 different types of drilling kits that I got and the drill holder, you get this little bad boy here. So this foot pedal is supposed to help you be able to control the drill on the floor. The only thing I do not like about the foot pedal is you cannot control the speed with the foot pedal. Once you go ahead and press down on the foot pedal, if you hear that click, it's one click fits all. So you're not going to be able to click this, you know, a little bit like you would do a car. Put your foot on the pedal and kind of slowly, and then the drill will be slow. One click and then it cuts on. So I just kind of want to show you guys how this works and where to plug up everything. Before I get into the details of the drill, I'm gonna go ahead and plug in the foot pedal, and then I want to go ahead and plug in my drill. So I'm gonna hold the drill in my hand, and this is just the needle that comes in here. This is not an actual bit. So I have mine on neutral. It's forward, off, and then reverse, and then it's hand, off, and foot. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what the foot pedal is, and let me go ahead and place this on the floor. So I have foot here. I'm gonna go ahead and click foot, and then I'm gonna put it on forward. So it's off still because it's on the lowest speed. Oh wait, yeah. So I'm gonna put it on like a medium speed, and I have the drill here so you can know it's working. And also I want you guys to hear the low vibration, and I want you to kind of see the drill, whether or not it's going to be shaking. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and press the foot pedal. One click fits all. And the reason why I wanted to show you the foot pedal is because I want to show you what it looks like on the hand option. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on the hand option. This is what it sounds like on the hand option. Low noise, as you can see, low vibrations, but it was just on the setting on the foot pedal. Let's go back to the foot pedal. Put it in the middle for foot. It's a lot louder, right? Because the speed, as you can see, was up to the highest. So let's go back to the hand. This is how it sounds on hand. And I'm actually going to turn it up to the max. Does it sound familiar? Yeah. So what that basically means is the foot pedal will actually take you to the maximum speed regardless of what setting you have it on as far as speed. So be aware that if you like to use your foot pedal and you do decide to purchase this drill, I would hate for you to make some accidents with a very harsh or coarse bit and think that it's going to go at a medium speed because you have it on medium speed while using the foot pedal. You don't want to make that type of accident, okay? So if you're thinking of doing at a minimum or medium speed, you might want to try doing it with a actual hand. If you go ahead and put this on the hand option, that way you're getting that minimum speed there. And of course, if you're going to be doing something really fast and you need the speed to crank up a notch, go ahead and put it on the foot pedal and use it that way. This reverse and forward option just changed the direction of the bit. So literally, if I put it forward, it's going to go this way. If I put it reverse, it'll go back that way. That'll help you out too with, you know, just getting to know your bit. So let's get into the details there and what I recommend when buying a drill. So that drill is a 30,000 RPM electric nail drill. So what that means is that's 30,000 rotations per minute. And when looking at a drill, it's important to pay attention to how much RPM your drill comes with. Now, normally if you go into like a Walmart or a beauty supply store or maybe even a nail supply store, they'll have drills, especially places like Walmart or Walgreens. In their beauty aisle, you'll see a nail drill and it's going to have a very low RPM. You might see a 10,000 RPM. You might even see a 18 or 15,000 RPM. That means that the rotations per minute is going to be a little bit lower. So you might notice that when you go to file the nail, your drill is kind of giving out. It's not winning the race because it doesn't have the durability. So when you look at a drill, you want to make sure that the RPM is higher. That's how you know that your drill is actually going to withstand all the work and the services that you're doing. Now, if you want to use the drill for your own personal manicures and your natural nails, then using a lower RPM and of course some nice buffing bits to go into that drill will probably be a little bit better, because you're ensuring that, you know, your nail isn't going to be harmed by anything a little too harsh. But of course, if you're getting this to practice acrylic nails or builder gels, then you definitely want to make sure that you're using something with a higher RPM. I recommend personally only using 25,000 RPM to start out with if you're going to be doing acrylic nails or builder gel. 25,000 RPM is the lowest that I would purchase. I made sure that I got a 30,000 RPM just because I wanted something that was going to be a happy medium. It's not too low. I'm ensuring that I have that durability. It's a nice working drill. It's sleek, professional looking, and it came with some things that's great for me to start out with. There are drills that have a higher RPM, but I'm going to purchase those at a later date. I just want to start out with this one. Now, this nail file, this actual drill will drill builder gels and acrylic. So you want to make sure that when you're searching for that, you're looking at your RPM and you're seeing what your drill caters to, because that's going to be important depending on what type of services you provide. Also, I wanted to make sure that I got a drill that was low vibration, low heat, and it was low noise, because we don't want this thing heating up on anyone's nails bed. That can happen regardless of what drill that you have, depending on what speed and what course of a bit or grip that you have on either your sanding bits or your regular bits. But of course, with preparation and knowing how to use the drill, that won't happen. But you definitely don't want something that's going to be heating up on the nail bed just by, you know, manufacturer reasons. So you want to make sure that you're getting something that's low heat. And again, I want it low noise because I don't want a loud drill, and low vibration because I don't want it to feel like it's about to spontaneously combust in my hand, right? So I made sure that I got a drill that fits those needs. And again, I liked the deal because it came with 2 different types of bits here that I'm able to use, and 3 bags of different sanding bits to go on my mandrill. For me to start out with doing acrylics a couple of months ago, this drill fit every one of my needs. So I hope this was helpful. This drill actually retailed me about $55, which wasn't pricey at all, and it was right in my budget. Okay, you're going to spend a little bit more if you're looking for anything higher than a 30,000 RPM. But if you're looking lower than a 30,000 RPM, the price is going to be a little bit low. Go ahead and invest and get something at least a 25,000 or more RPM if you're going to be practicing acrylic nails and builder gels, because it will help you and it will save your life in the long run. Okay, I hope this was helpful, you guys. I appreciate you stopping by. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, because I'm cheaper than Netflix, so you might as well subscribe and watch me, right? Thank you.